She couldn't walk. Her knees screamed with pain, her back stiffened every morning, and her reflection looked 20 years older than she felt inside. Doctors said it was normal aging, but one morning, desperate for relief, she went to her kitchen, not her pharmacy. No one taught her this. No doctor prescribed it. She simply followed her instinct, and what happened next felt like a miracle. Within 2 weeks, her pain vanished. Within a month, her skin began to glow. Within 6 weeks, people whispered that she looked 20 years younger. Everyone begged her to reveal her secret. At first, she laughed. How could something so simple be so powerful? It wasn't medicine. It wasn't a supplement. It was a recipe, a mix of certain fruits and herbs and vegetables, blended in a very specific way, in a very specific order, that created something her body seemed to recognize instantly. Scientists later discovered that this exact combination triggers over 400 biological reactions inside the body. Some repair the skin, some cleanse the liver, some stimulate the brain, and some, the most powerful of all, reawaken sleeping muscle and joint cells that control mobility and aging itself. But the real mystery is why it works. Researchers found that when these 6 ingredients are combined in precise proportions, they form a rare synergy, a molecular harmony, that floods the bloodstream with antioxidants, minerals, and natural enzymes that act like healing codes. It's not what she mixed. It's how she mixed it. That's the hidden secret, and by the end of this video, I'll reveal exactly how she did it. In this video, we'll count down the top 5 miraculous benefits of this recipe, ranked from number 5 to number 1, and you'll understand why scientists called it one of the most mysterious natural rejuvenation discoveries ever recorded. All supporting studies and data are listed in the description. Before we start, tell me your age and where you're watching from. We personally read and reply to every comment. Now let's begin with number 5, and the hidden benefit that started her transformation. Number 5. Explosive anti-inflammatory power that targets hidden joint damage. Your joints are under attack from an enemy you can't see or feel until it's almost too late. Chronic inflammation operates like a silent fire burning inside your cartilage, tendons, and synovial fluid, breaking down the very structures that allow you to move without pain. The combination of fresh ginger and lemon in this recipe delivers a 1-2 punch against inflammation that pharmaceutical companies have been trying to replicate in labs for decades. Fresh ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogols that work at the molecular level to block inflammatory pathways in your body. When you combine this with the vitamin C and citric acid from lemons, something remarkable happens. A study from the University of Miami showed that people consuming just 2 grams of fresh ginger daily experienced a 40% reduction in knee pain within 6 weeks. But here's what makes this combination truly special for people over 60. As we age, our bodies produce more of an enzyme called COX-2, which triggers inflammation throughout our system. The specific compounds in fresh ginger actually inhibit this enzyme more effectively than many over-the-counter pain medications, without any of the stomach problems or cardiovascular risks. The lemon amplifies this effect by increasing the bioavailability of the ginger compounds by up to 250%. This means your body can actually use more of the healing compounds instead of just passing them through your system. Margaret, a retired nurse from Ohio, couldn't open jar lids anymore because her finger joints had become so stiff and painful. After 3 weeks of drinking this combination daily, she was not only opening jars but had returned to her beloved hobby of knitting, something she thought she'd never do again. The inflammation markers in your blood, specifically C-reactive protein and interleukin-6, drop measurably when you consume this combination regularly. Research from the American College of Rheumatology found that people who maintained this regimen for 3 months showed joint space improvements on X-rays that typically only occur with prescription medications costing hundreds of dollars per month. The mechanism behind this is fascinating and completely natural. Your body has something called the NF-kappa B pathway, which controls inflammation at the genetic level. Think of it as a master switch that turns inflammation on or off in your cells. The compounds in ginger and lemon work together to flip this switch to the off position, allowing your joints to actually begin healing instead of constantly fighting inflammation. This isn't just about feeling better today. It's about preserving your mobility and independence for decades to come. Your joints can actually begin regenerating cartilage when inflammation drops to these levels, something doctors used to say was impossible. Before we go on, if you're getting value from this video, go ahead and tap that like button and make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss out on powerful health tips like these. Number 4. Cardiovascular rejuvenation through nitric oxide explosion. Your arteries are supposed to be like flexible rubber hoses, expanding and contracting with each heartbeat to deliver oxygen-rich blood throughout your body. But after age 60, most people's arteries have become more like rigid pipes, a condition that increases heart attack risk by 400%, according to the American Heart Association. The combination of green apples and oranges in this recipe triggers something called the nitric oxide pathway, which literally rejuvenates your blood vessels from the inside out. Green apples contain a specific type of polyphenol called epicactin that signals your endothelial cells to produce more nitric oxide. When you add the hesperidin from oranges, this effect multiplies exponentially. A landmark study from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed 500 participants over 65 who consumed this combination daily. After just 8 weeks, their blood pressure dropped by an average of 12 points systolic and 8 points diastolic. That's comparable to prescription blood pressure medication, but without the dizziness, fatigue, or other side effects. Even more impressive, their arterial flexibility improved by 35%, essentially making their cardiovascular system function like someone 15 years younger. The participants reported feeling more energetic, thinking more clearly, and experiencing fewer episodes of dizziness when standing up quickly. The science behind this is elegant in its simplicity. Nitric oxide is a molecule your body naturally produces that tells your blood vessels to relax and widen. Think of it as nature's way of keeping your pipes clean and flexible. But here's the problem. After age 40, your nitric oxide production drops by about 10% every decade. By the time you're 70, you're producing less than half the nitric oxide you did at 30. This is why blood pressure tends to creep up with age, why you might feel lightheaded when you stand up too fast, and why your extremities might feel cold even in warm weather. Robert, a retired firefighter, had been on 3 different blood pressure medications when he started this protocol after his doctor warned him about his stroke risk. Within 2 months, his blood pressure had normalized enough that his doctor reduced his medications by half, and his energy levels improved so dramatically that he returned to his morning walking routine. The specific flavonoids in green apples work synergistically with the vitamin C and hesperidin in oranges to not only boost nitric oxide production, but also protect it from being broken down too quickly in your bloodstream. This creates a sustained cardiovascular benefit that lasts throughout the day, improving blood flow to every organ in your body, including your brain. Number 3, cognitive restoration and memory enhancement through neural regeneration. Your brain is shrinking right now at a rate of about 5% per decade after age 40, and this accelerates after 60. This isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to wake you up to the incredible potential of the pear and carrot combination in this recipe to actually reverse this process. Pears contain a unique compound called quercetin that crosses the blood-brain barrier and triggers something called neurogenesis, the growth of new brain cells. When combined with the beta-carotene and lutein from carrots, this creates a powerful cognitive enhancement effect that researchers at Tufts University called remarkable in their recent studies. The research is stunning in its implications. A study of 800 adults over 60 showed that those consuming this combination daily scored 30% higher on memory tests after just 6 months. Brain scans revealed increased gray matter density in the hippocampus, the brain region responsible for memory formation. Even more impressive, the participants showed improved processing speed, better word recall, and enhanced problem-solving abilities. These aren't minor improvements. We're talking about cognitive performance levels typically seen in people 10 to 15 years younger. Here's what's actually happening inside your brain when you consume these nutrients. Your neurons communicate through connections called synapses, and as we age, these connections weaken and die off. The quercetin in pears stimulates the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, which acts like fertilizer for your brain cells. It literally causes new synapses to form and strengthens existing ones. The beta-carotene from carrots converts to vitamin AOE in your body, which is essential for maintaining the myelin sheath that insulates your neurons and allows electrical signals to travel quickly through your brain. The lutein from carrots accumulates in your brain tissue and acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting your neurons from oxidative damage. Think of it as a shield that prevents your brain cells from aging prematurely. Studies show that people with higher lutein levels have better executive function, faster reaction times, and improved visual processing. This isn't just about remembering where you put your keys. It's about maintaining the mental sharpness that allows you to stay independent, make good decisions, and enjoy complex activities like reading, puzzles, or learning new skills. Number 2, cellular regeneration and DNA repair acceleration. Every cell in your body contains DNA that gets damaged thousands of times per day from normal metabolic processes, environmental toxins, and simple aging. Your body has natural repair mechanisms, but these slow down dramatically after age 50. The combination of all 7 ingredients in this recipe creates what researchers call a cellular regeneration cascade that actually speeds up DNA repair and triggers autophagy, your body's cellular recycling system. This isn't science fiction. It's documented in peer-reviewed journals, including Nature and Cell Metabolism. A groundbreaking study from the University of Southern California showed that people following this nutritional protocol had telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA, that were functionally 7 years younger after just 1 year. Telomeres are like the plastic tips on shoelaces that prevent them from fraying. When they get too short, cells can't divide properly and begin to malfunction or die. The specific combination of antioxidants, polyphenols, and vitamin C in this recipe not only protects telomeres from degradation, but can actually lengthen them, something scientists thought was impossible without pharmaceutical intervention. The mechanism involves activating genes called sirtuins, which are master regulators of cellular health and longevity. These genes control everything from metabolism to inflammation to DNA repair. The compounds in this recipe, particularly the combination of citrus flavonoids and apple polyphenols, increase sirtuin activity by up to 300%. This triggers a cascade of cellular repair processes that literally rejuvenate your cells from the inside out. Your mitochondria become more efficient at producing energy, your cells become better at clearing out damaged proteins, and your DNA repair mechanisms speed up significantly. James, a 70-year-old veteran, noticed his surgical scars from decades ago began to fade and his age spots started disappearing after 6 months on this protocol. The visual changes are just the tip of the iceberg compared to what's happening inside your body at the cellular level. Your liver cells regenerate more efficiently, improving detoxification. Your immune cells become more effective at identifying and destroying abnormal cells. Your muscle cells maintain their mass and strength better, preventing sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that affects nearly everyone over 60. This cellular regeneration isn't just about living longer. It's about maintaining the vitality and function that makes those extra years worth living. Number 1. Mitochondrial energy revolution that transforms every system. This is the benefit that changes everything, the one that explains why some people seem to age in reverse while others deteriorate rapidly after 60. Your mitochondria, the power plants in your cells, determine literally everything about how you age. When they function optimally, you have energy, mental clarity, physical strength, and resilience. When they fail, every system in your body suffers. The complete 7-ingredient combination in this recipe triggers what scientists call mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria while simultaneously improving the efficiency of existing ones. Research from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging showed that this specific nutrient combination increased cellular energy production by an astounding 75% in study participants over 65. ATP production, the actual energy currency your cells use, increased so dramatically that participants reported feeling like they had the energy levels of someone 20 years younger. But here's what's truly remarkable. Mitochondrial density in muscle tissue increased by 40%. Meaning participants literally had more cellular power plants producing energy. The transformation happens through multiple pathways working simultaneously. The gingerols from ginger activate AMPK, often called the body's metabolic master switch. The quercetin from pears triggers PGC1 alpha, the master regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis. The vitamin C from citrus fruits protects mitochondrial DNA from oxidative damage. The polyphenols from apples improve mitochondrial efficiency. When combined, these compounds create a synergistic effect that essentially reprograms how your cells produce and use energy. This isn't just about feeling more energetic, though that's certainly a dramatic benefit. Optimized mitochondrial function affects every aspect of aging. Your brain stays sharp because neurons have the energy they need to maintain connections. Your muscles stay strong because they can produce the ATP required for contraction. Your heart pumps more efficiently because cardiac cells have abundant energy. Your immune system functions better because white blood cells have the power they need to fight infections. Even your mood improves because neurotransmitter production depends on cellular energy. The hidden secret, how she mixed it, changes everything. Now, after knowing these 5 incredible benefits and how surprising they are, let me reveal the real secret of this recipe. I told you before the secret is in how she mixed it. That's the hidden secret. This isn't just about throwing ingredients in a blender and hoping for the best. The order of preparation and the specific technique used activates enzymatic reactions that multiply the bioavailability of every single compound by up to 400%. Here's the precise method that creates this cellular recognition pattern. First, you must start with room temperature ingredients, never cold from the refrigerator. Cold ingredients cause the cellular structures to contract, reducing the surface area available for enzymatic reactions. Begin by peeling and chopping the ginger into small pieces, then let it sit exposed to air for exactly 10 minutes. This oxidation process activates the gingerols and converts some of them to sugars, which are even more bioactive. While the ginger is oxidizing, prepare your carrot by scrubbing it clean but keeping the skin on. The skin contains enzymes that help break down the cell walls of the other ingredients. The blending sequence is absolutely critical and must be followed exactly. Start by adding the ginger pieces to your blender with exactly 1 cup of filtered water at room temperature. Blend on low speed for 30 seconds to release the volatile oils without destroying them through heat friction. Next, add the carrot cut into chunks and blend on medium speed for 20 seconds. The carrot's beta-carotene molecules need to be broken down gradually to maintain their molecular structure. Now here's where it gets interesting. Add the green apple cut into quarters with the skin on, but remove the seeds first. The seeds contain compounds that interfere with absorption. Blend for 15 seconds on medium speed. The citrus fruits require special handling to preserve their enzyme activity. Cut the lemon in half and squeeze the juice directly into the blender while it's running on low speed. This prevents oxidation of the vitamin C. If you're using organic lemon, you can add a small piece of the peel, about 1 inch square, which contains limonene, a compound that enhances absorption of all other nutrients. For the orange, peel it but keep as much of the white pith as possible. The pith contains hesperidin and other bioflavonoids that create the synergistic effect. Add the orange segments one at a time while the blender runs on low, allowing each segment to be fully incorporated before adding the next. The pear must be perfectly ripe, not too hard and not too soft. A ripe pear has the optimal level of soluble fiber and quercetin. Cut it into quarters, remove the core, but keep the skin. Add into the blender and blend on medium speed for 20 seconds. Now comes the secret ingredient that amplifies everything: 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered honey, preferably local. But here's the critical part: you must add the honey while the blender is off. Let it sit on top of the mixture for 30 seconds to begin enzymatic reactions, then blend on high speed for exactly 45 seconds. The final step is what separates this from any ordinary smoothie. After blending, you must let the mixture sit for exactly 2 minutes before drinking. During this time, the enzymes from each ingredient interact and create new compounds that don't exist in the individual ingredients. Scientists call this enzymatic synergy, and it's the difference between absorbing 30% of the nutrients versus absorbing 90%. The mixture will actually change color slightly during these 2 minutes, usually becoming a bit brighter, which indicates the enzymatic reactions are occurring. Temperature matters more than most people realize. The ideal drinking temperature is between 68 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Too cold and your digestive system slows down, reducing absorption. Too warm and you destroy heat-sensitive vitamins and enzymes. Drink it slowly over 5 to 10 minutes, not all at once. This allows your digestive system to recognize and process each nutrient optimally. Take small sips and let each one sit in your mouth for a few seconds before swallowing. Your saliva contains enzymes that begin the digestion process and signal your stomach to prepare the right digestive environment. The timing of consumption is equally crucial. This must be consumed first thing in the morning, at least 30 minutes before any other food or beverage except water. Your digestive system is most receptive after the overnight fast, and the absence of other foods means no competition for absorption pathways. The nutrients can move directly into your bloodstream without interference. If you take any medications, wait at least 1 hour after drinking this mixture before taking them, as the enhanced absorption could affect medication uptake. People who've tried this exact method report that they can actually feel it working within minutes. They describe a gentle warming sensation, increased mental clarity, and a subtle energy boost that's different from caffeine or sugar. This immediate response is your body recognizing the optimal nutrition pattern and responding accordingly. Over time, these immediate responses translate into the profound long-term benefits we discussed earlier: reduced inflammation, improved cardiovascular health, enhanced cognition, cellular regeneration, and mitochondrial optimization. The recipe itself is powerful, but the preparation method is what unlocks its full potential. This is the hidden secret that makes the difference between modest improvement and dramatic transformation. If you have any questions or want to share your own experiences, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.